Hey guys, how you doing? It's Sean, the family coach, coming to you live right now from Disneyland. I'm here in Anaheim, California. My family and my mother-in-law are in line for a ride, and I'm watching our 2-year-old who's napping right over here in the stroller. And just been thinking a lot about family here at this happiest place on earth, Disneyland. And I wanted to share a couple thoughts with you. Also, I've done a few lives now, and I've noticed that on the first 3, I had people waving at me and making comments, and I never really said anything back. You know, I might have acknowledged them, but if this time or in any time in the future you ask a question or you want to say something, I'm going to try to look at the phone, even if I'm on a walk. I'll try to look on it afterwards, read the question, and respond back to you. So here's a couple thoughts about Disneyland. First, we were standing in line for Dumbo about an hour ago. And Dumbo is in the place of Disneyland called Fantasyland, so it's mostly for a lot of little kids rides. And what really stood out to me, it was so remarkable to see how many dads were standing in line for this ride, and they were holding their children. And not just holding them, but like the type of affection that I saw. I was thinking like, gosh, there's a lot of men here just really like nurturing, holding, kissing their sons, holding their daughters. Like, this is a great thing, but I don't really see a lot of this out in society. And this is a really just a beautiful thing to be a part of. And it made me wonder too, like, okay, is this like a season of life that these men are in? Like, okay, obviously most men feel more comfortable being affectionate with toddlers and little kids. And so it made me feel great for these kids that were getting that affection from their dads. And it made me also feel curious to see like, okay, what's gonna happen in like a few years from now when they move out of Fantasyland and they, you know, go to the other bigger rides? Are the dads gonna be, you know, as affectionate? Are the kids gonna let their, you know, dads be affectionate with them? Second other thought I had about Disneyland here is this is just a great place for families. Not just Disneyland, you know, really I think amusement parks. Like, you know, I've kind of been thinking a lot about parents. There's two types of parents in the world. You could, you know, generally kind of put them in these 2 categories. One is the type of parent that's gonna go on a ride, you know, go on a ride with their kids, go down the slide with their kids, get in the pool and play around with their kids. And the other type that are just gonna sit on the sidelines. Disneyland here, I mean, these people are gamers. You know, you pay like $1 billion to come here, and you come here to go on rides with your kids. And going on rides with your kids is like a legit bonding experience. Like, I just went on Space Mountain. I got my hands in the air. I'm grabbing, you know, my 13-year-old and trying to get her hands in the air, and she's screaming at me, screaming with me. I lean back, my wife and my 9-year-old are back there, and they're screaming. I hold her hand as we're holding them. Space Mountain's so dark you can't even see anything on that ride. It's all black. It's like you're in space. And it's just a great thing. You come out of the ride afterwards, you know, you're laughing with each other, you're having fun. You kind of have this cool experience together. And there's one last thought I want to give you about families and about parenthood. First, I just want to say thank you to Unglue and Paul Tappy and Pandas with Noodles. Hey, Lewis. Smuggles, Juniper, Dad Nutrition is other. Got some thumbs up, some San Francisco Doink. I don't know what that means, but SF Doink is a cool baby picture, and just 76. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hey, thank you for coming in. Someone's texting me. I'm gonna get rid of that. And so, yeah, another thought, you know, about Disneyland here is, man, I mean, just look at all these families here. Okay, I've been thinking a lot about, you know, investing recently. And when I say investing, really not financial investing, just kind of realizing how time is our most precious commodity with these parents, or I mean with these children. Time. And you know, every day you could make the argument we are making investments, big investments. And so where do we invest today? I think it's wise to save for the future. I think it's wise to be very wise with our finances, to not live in debt. It's also really wise to invest in our spouse, or in our partner, financial investment, time investment, going on date nights, spending time. It's also so wise to look at our budget and wisely invest financially in our families. And I think is a big theme I like to talk about on my page. I like to talk about self-care, which is like, investing in yourself, making sure you're doing, really taking care of yourself. Or I think yourself is the most important person in the world. But we're also looking at things you can do family-wise to really say, hey, I'm gonna value family vacations. It can be expensive, whether it be camping or going to Disneyland or doing things with other families, doing things that are in your budget to really invest. Those are some thoughts from Disneyland. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you next time. And remember, stay strong, which means stay strong, like take care of yourself. All right, be close. Closeness is what it's all about. Closeness is why we have kids. It's the reason why we're alive. Closeness also maximizes our impact on our children. We want to impact them. We want to mentor them. How do we do that? Well, the best way to do it is be close. And the last one is teach wisdom, because we are old and we have a lot of wisdom. We've been through stuff. I see my 2-year-old's waking up. Look at her. My 2-year-old's waking up. Hey, buddy. Hey, how's it doing? How was your nap? Okay. Hey, they're on a ride right now, so I'm gonna turn this off and we're gonna go have some fun. Okay. Okay. Bye, everybody.